The sound of Manchester.
Manchester.
And all the music you love. BBC Radio Manchester.
Your voice will sing, so please stay off my back, or I will attack.
Dua Lipa kicking us off on the Dead Good Show this evening. It's Natalie Pike. I'm with you until 10 p.m. Thank you so much for your company. I do love our Tuesday nights that we get together. Of course, sometimes it's me, sometimes it's our Gaz. But he is off on a little holiday this week. To be honest, I think I've been torturing him about the treble for the last 9 days and he's needed a break. So you have me this Tuesday evening and it is a pleasure to be here with you. Of course, we'll have some great tunes for you coming up very, very shortly. We will have Flo. I love Flo. Oh, I got to interview one of the lovely band members of Flo recently because her mum is a big Manchester City fan. So we've got some Flo coming up, some Lewis Capaldi. Never interviewed him, but I would love to, although he'd probably run absolute circles round me. We've got some Charlie XCX as well. So some great tunes coming up for you in the next hour here on BBC Radio Manchester. We're also going to be playing What's My Name? You've just heard it on Talking Balls, and I have basically absolutely stolen it. But we don't do football players though, we do Mancunian actors. So I'll be giving you a list of credits for one of our most famous actors and you just need to tell me what's my name. We'll be doing that very, very shortly. And of course we'll be having some brilliant conversation as we do every night on the Dead Good Show. I'm going to be speaking about adoption and a wonderful national campaign that has been launched to encourage people to adopt children. Such a beautiful story and I can't wait to talk about that with you all a little bit later as well. So thank you again for being here with me. I'm so pleased to have your company through until 10 p.m. this evening. If you'd like to get in touch, it's 0800 218 2255 or you can text 81333. Start your text with the word Mank. Let's have some tunes and then I'll give you the first clue on what's my name.
No more room in the pan, I cook up rhymes in a bigger pot. On the road, what you figure got? Tricks on my sleeve, you won't believe my story, weed to a bigger plot. Work, sleep off the pages, hop on stages, we crazy, need to be like in cages. Right, you feel it? Yeah, I'm light skin vanilla, coming at you like a pack of gorillas. Whole planning on 8, understand from afar, Nashville to the Lone Star State, relate. Indicator is still the Amigo men greater, this way you belong strong, you gon' be great. From clap with a scream and a shout, cast down, doubt, fast like a gun blast, drown out. The sounds and leaps and bounds, flush out clowns, creeps and hounds, foxes and wolves and sheep gowns. We feel it, she feel it, we feel it. So round and round we go. We feel it, she feel it, we feel it. Here we go. We gon' get up, she gon' get up, we gon' get up. Knocking down the joint to the player, here to shut up. Take it to the island, never songs, we don't give it, till we can't get it. I was born in the cold, moved to the heat, got used to the flame, now spit it on beat. I was chosen to room, groomed by Christ with a gift of race, souls from the tomb. Please don't assume we ain't trying to take this slot, blow the spot. Worldwide still part of the plot. Everybody talk about changing the game, but everything I hear y'all sounding the same. From the beats to the video, clothes and looks, same concepts for your flows and hook. CDs round here, they can raise the dead. So come on everybody now, bob your head. Y'all need this, heed these words of the wise. Rhyme so meaty like jambalaya, got truth for high. Can you stand the fire? See you come alive, that's my desire now. We feel it, she feel it, we feel it. So round and round we go. We feel it, she feel it, we feel it. Here we go. We gon' get up, she gon' get up, we gon' get up. Knocking down the joint to the player, here to shut up. Take it to the island, never songs, we don't give it till we can't get it. Boy, look at here. You ever heard a dead man talk before? You ever seen a dead man walk before? You ever heard dead men lock the flow like these before? We raised the quote. Now my time frame flip, make time change. You know another record will hit, explode, make your brains hang. Speak my language and my dialect, circulate like a boomerang, man. What did you expect? He feel it, she feel it, we feel it. So round and round we go. He feel it, she feel it, we feel it. Here we go. We gon' get up, she gon' get up, we gon' get up. Knocking down the joint to the player, here to shut up. Take it to the island, never songs, we don't give it till we can't get it. Here we go. He feel it, she feel it, we feel it. So round and round we go. He feel it, she feel it, we feel it. Here we go. We gon' get up, she gon' get up, we gon' get up. Knocking down the joint to the player, here to shut up. Take it to the island, never songs, we don't give it till we can't get it. Here we go. He feel it, she feel it, we feel it. So round and round we go.
Natalie Pike.
BBC Radio Manchester. Ever have that perfect kind of day? Everything is working out. When the lights out go your way, music's up and the top is down. Gotta love that perfect kind of day. No work or play, you want it, you got it, you got it. Luck is like a waterfall, baby, you can have it. Oh, you're rolling, rolling, you're rocking, rocking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, 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 wow! Just another perfect kind of day. Hey, 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 hey. When the pleasure never goes away. Everything is going right. Got a smile on your face. The sun is shining diamond bright. Gotta love that perfect kind of day. Hey, okay. You want it, you got it, you got it. Anything is possible when you're so unstoppable. You're rolling, rolling, you're rocking, rocking. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, 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 wow! Just another perfect kind of day. Hey, 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 hey. Gotta love that perfect kind of day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you got a perfect kind of day. Yeah, you got a perfect kind of day. Ever had that perfect kind of day? Everything is working out. When the lights all go your way, music's up and the top is down. Gotta love that perfect kind of day. No work or play, you want it, you want it, you got it, you got it. Luck is like a waterfall, baby, you can have it all. You're rolling, you're rocking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, 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 wow! Just another perfect kind of day. Hey, 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 hey. Gotta love that perfect kind of day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you got a perfect kind of day. Ever had that perfect kind of day? Everything is working out.
What a song. I was absolutely bopping around on my chair there. Feels This Good by Sigala, Mae Muller, Katie Baston and Steph London. I was spinning on my chair, actually, to the point where I started to make myself a little bit dizzy. Serves me right. You're joining me tonight on The Dead Good Show. It's Natalie here until 10 p.m. with you. Thank you so much for your company. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for joining me. Right, I like to do on a Tuesday night a little game. And basically, do you know what? We did it a few weeks ago and I've stolen it. But I figure if it's good, then it can just be recycled and reused, because we do this every Tuesday on Talking Balls as well. It's called What's My Name?
What's your name? I have seen you before. What's your name? May I walk you to your door? It's so hard to find a personality with charms like yours for me. Ooh, 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 wee.
A list of the famous Mancunian actors' work. So I've basically gone on to IMDb and looked at all of their acting credits and picked out a few of the biggest ones. I think I've gone for 6 tonight in total. So, and basically all you need to do is tell me, what's my name? Nice and simple. See, this is why it was worth stealing. Everybody can join, everybody can play. So it is a famous Mancunian actor. I'm going to give you 3 of their credits now, and also these are in order. And then I'm going to give you 3 in about, let's say, 15-20 minutes before I'll give you the answer just before 8 o'clock. So, are you ready? Because I do like me first person to get it right as well. So it's 81333, start your text with the word Manc, or you can give us a bell and producer Emily will answer. It's 0800 218 2255. So, here we go. 1987, they made their first appearance in Coronation Street, and they ended up doing over 500 episodes. 1997, they were in Where the Heart Is. And then in 2000, they were in Clocking Off. So, What's My Name? I'll give you 3 more. Remember, these are in order as well, so 3 of their more recent credits. In about, say, 10, 15, 20 minutes, I'll give you 3 more, and then the answer just before 8 o'clock. So, What's My Name? Be the first person to get the answer correct. 0800 218 2255 or 81333. Just start your text with the word Manc. And now, I mean, talking about famous Mancs here, if you didn't know, the girl band Flow, absolutely wonderful, incredible vocals. And I was lucky enough to meet them and interview one of them, and one of their mums is a massive City fan, so I think we'll claim them as famous Mancs as well. So this is Flow with Cardboard Box. beautiful girls, incredible voices. They're from London. I'm claiming them, though, as Mancunians because Georgia and her mum are Manchester City fans, and I know that for a fact. So is that a little bit of a stretch? Do let me know. A little recap for you on What's My Name. Nobody's got it right yet. Come on, you can do this. These are the credits of a famous Mancunian actor. 1987, made their first appearance in Coronation Street, ended up doing over 500 episodes. 1997, Where the Heart Is. 2000, Clocking Off. What's my name? 81333. Start your text with the word Mank or give us a bell 0800 218 2255. Now, next up is somebody, there's absolutely no way I can claim this man as a Mancunian at all. If you have any ways of connecting Lewis Capaldi to Manchester, do let me know. But this is Fig.
This is who I am and this is what I like. JC Summon, Blink and MXPX rocking my room. If you're looking for me, I'll be at the show. I can never find a better place to go until the day I die. I promise I won't change. So you better give up. I don't wanna be told to grow up, and I don't wanna change. I just wanna have fun. I don't wanna be told to grow up, and I don't wanna change. So you better give up, 'cause I'm not gonna change. I don't wanna grow up. I like to stay up late, spend hours on the phone, hanging out with all my friends and never being at home. I'm impolite and I make fun of everyone. I'm immature, but I will stay this way forever till the day I die. I promise I won't change. So you better give up. I don't wanna be told to grow up, and I don't wanna change. I just wanna have fun. I don't wanna be told to grow up, and I don't wanna change. So you better give up, 'cause I'm not gonna change. I don't wanna grow up. I don't wanna be told to grow up. I don't wanna be told to grow up. I don't wanna be told to grow up, and I don't wanna change. I just wanna have fun. I don't wanna be told to grow up, and I don't wanna change. So you better give up. I don't wanna be told to grow up, and I don't wanna change. I just wanna have fun. I don't wanna be told to grow up, and I don't wanna change. So you better give up. No, I don't wanna change. So you better give up, 'cause I'm not gonna change. I don't wanna grow up.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcast.
I'm Danny Beard, podcast queen and winner of BBC Three's RuPaul's Drag Race UK, and I want to tell you about my brand new podcast, Danny Beard on same-sex love and marriage.
Why should we not get married like everybody else?
Join me as I celebrate the 10th anniversary of a change in the law which allows same-sex couples to marry in England and Wales.
I desire them deeply.
I'll be hearing stories about all sorts of same-sex weddings.
I've been brought up to settle up with a woman in an arranged marriage.
So join me for some heartwarming stories of love. Just search for Danny Beard on same-sex love and marriage. Available now on BBC Sounds.
I just want
This field god's got no soul, digging for the sacred in a man-made hole. The soil gets hotter, the shovel won't behave. I just dug
listening to BBC Radio Manchester. It's Natalie Pike here with you through until 10 p.m. this evening. Thank you so much for joining me. You're doing cracking on What's My Name, by the way. Riley from Bagley, Alma from Bury, and Ben on the text have all got the answer right. Well done to all of you. I'm going to give you 3 more of the actors' credits in about 10 minutes before I give you the right answer before 8 o'clock. So keep your guesses coming in, 81333. Start your text with the word Mank. Now, a national campaign has been launched to encourage people to adopt children who have been waiting for the longest time to find a permanent home. It can take 8 months longer for children in certain groups to find a family, and this includes children over 5 years old, those with additional needs, or from black and mixed heritage backgrounds. Now, the campaign says a strong support network is vital for adopting to succeed, and so I'm happy to say that I'm joined now by Jamie from Stockport to talk about this a little bit more. Jamie, thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So the You Can Adopt campaign is hoping to highlight the support network available to people interested in adopting. Why is the campaign so important?
Yeah, absolutely. So there are about, just shy of 2,000 children waiting for adoption in England currently. And there are certain groups of children that do wait a fair amount longer than others. So this campaign, it's a coalition of adoption agencies, charities and organisations aiming to highlight the circle of support that's available and basically to allow then a little bit of a leg up for these groups that do wait a little bit longer, just to make sure that people know that they can adopt, basically.
Oh, Jamie, it's so wonderful, but also so heartbreaking. I can't believe 2,000 children. That just seems like a huge number. Now, I know you're on the board of the trustees for Adoption Matters. Can you tell me a bit more about the work of Adoption Matters and the campaigns that you've worked on?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no problem. So I was actually adopted myself through Adoption Matters. So I became a trustee shortly after they helped me to trace my birth family. And the reason I wanted to do that is basically just to try and make sure that these voluntary adoption agencies and local council adoption agencies, etc., have more of an ability to support people through the journey, be they, the adopted person themselves or adoptive parents. So what we do, and lots of adoption agencies do, is provide therapeutic services. So it's kind of not just the adoption placement itself, it's all of the support that comes thereafter. And the reason that's important is because, generally speaking, a third of adoptions go well, a third require a great deal of support, and a third break down, sadly. So what we want to do is to try and just adjust those numbers to make sure that as many as possible are in that kind of go well category, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when there's so many children out there that really need a loving home as well. You talk about being an adopted adult yourself there, Jamie. What key things have you learned, do you think, about the process that may help other families?
Yeah, so the thing is with adoption, it's quite a unique thing. And for the adopted child themselves and also the adoptive parents, you really do need to just receive and seek some of this additional support that's available. Adoption has a history which in the media has kind of been it's been held accountable for some of its mistakes historically, and by and large a lot of those mistakes are kind of actually just down to the fact that people have seen adoption to be the final, the point of finality where actually then you are your parent's child. And of course you are, but there's a great deal of importance on identity and the formation of that child's foundations by being a little bit more open about it. And to be open, you need to be supported, and that's kind of what we're aiming to provide.
It sounds just absolutely. I mean, Adoption Matters sounds wonderful, and the campaign sounds wonderful, highlighting the different types of support that are available for people. I mean, in terms of the adoption journey, what is the support like that is currently out there for families?
There's absolutely loads. So there is the Adoption Support Fund. So that was set up by the government to pay for therapeutic services. So a lot of adoption agencies are funded by that, and also donations if they're voluntary, like Adoption Matters. And there's also funding for really specific support as well. So for instance, children with disabilities, etc. And then you've got for instance, with Adoption Matters, they have the Centre for Adoption Support, and that then does bespoke programs of therapeutic care, which isn't just for the pre-adoption process, although there's lots and lots there. It's for post-adoption as well, and it's kind of just a campaign to make sure that people know it's there, and so that there's a nice, easy way to signpost into all of these really specific things that are available.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have to admit, Jamie, and I guess a lot of people listening would agree right now, didn't really and don't really know a lot about the process and the support and everything that goes in behind it. I mean, where could we find out a little bit more?
So this is kind of the ease of the campaign, really. If you just search "You Can Adopt," then that is a landing page for this big coalition of adoption agencies and charities and other organisations that are there just to say, this is the support you can have from us. And it's really just to make sure that the potential adopters understand the rewards, definitely. I've been so lucky to have been one of the success cases for adoption, but also as well, just to be honest about the challenges, and challenges would be unfairly there if it weren't for them being supported, and that's kind of the whole point of the campaign, really.
I've just clicked onto the website there as you were talking, and I love the idea that the name of it is You Can Adopt. Do you think there's a general perception in public, that you can't, or that it's difficult, or why do you think the campaign is You Can Adopt?
Yeah, there really is. And so, for instance, I think it's about 25% of adopters are LGBT, for instance. And within that, and even outside of that, they're not always couples. They can be single people, or they can be kind of, a person with a network of further support themselves, people with disabilities, etc. You Can Adopt is such a good term just to basically say that providing you can provide a loving, stable and, sort of permanent home full of love for a child, that's the principal thing. And beyond that, then, you're not going to be discriminated against because of a slightly different family setup. In fact, to be honest, most families aren't that set up these days. So it's really just to kind of put into a strapline the sort of the psychological premise that, yeah, you can, as long as it is that you want to provide that loving family home.
Oh, I love that. Absolutely. I mean, which family is out there, 2.4 children, mum and a dad, that you see on TV? How many of them is there? It's certainly not my family and wasn't my family growing up either. I mean, it's wonderful. I'm just skimming through the website now. I'm going to give it a really good read. So it's youkanadopt.co.uk. I didn't realise the numbers were so high as well, Jamie. It says 3,540 children were adopted in 1819. I didn't realise. I just had no idea the numbers were so high.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Like I say, it's about 2,000 at the moment that are waiting for adoption, and about 60% of them are within these categories of sort of those who wait for longer. So, for instance, like children over 5 years old wait about 13 months longer to be adopted from care. Now, that's on top of the usual time that it takes as well. And if you imagine then that in terms of the percentage of these young people's lives, it's so massive. So that's what this campaign's really there to do. It's predominantly just to focus on finding resilient parents for those children who do wait the longest. But also as well, just to bust some myths about who can adopt and what the process is like, and of course then what support mechanisms are there thereafter.
Absolutely. It's wonderful, Jamie. I really, really love it. Congratulations to everybody that's working on the campaign. If you had a final message to anybody out there that's listening that perhaps has never thought about adopting, or maybe it's a little seed that's been sitting in the back of their head, what would you say to them?
Yeah, absolutely. So see it for its very unique individual process, and therefore there's a great deal of training that you really must receive if it is that you're not adopted yourself. And that's not to say that you need to feel bad or anything like that. It's just to try and make sure that you're prepared for the journey that you're on. It is unique and it's individual, but what this campaign does as a final thought, if you just search You Can Adopt, you've got a series of short films that feature quite a diverse range of parents and children just talking about their journeys. So if you're at the stage that you want to dip your toe in and you want to know more and you just want to kind of gather a bit of information, it's a fabulous campaign just to make that accessible and simple. So please do. And it also as well acts as a great signpost for so many different support and resources out there.
It really does. I'm looking at the frequently asked questions page as well. It's so interesting. Can I adopt if I don't own my own property? Can I adopt if my extended family lives with me? Can I adopt if I have a pet?
Yeah.
Like the frequently answered question page is wonderful. Jamie, thank you so much for coming on and speaking to us this evening.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. That was Jamie from Stockport. He's a trustee on the board of Adoption Matters, speaking about a national campaign that's been launched to encourage people to adopt children who have been waiting for the longest times to find a permanent home. Get yourselves onto youcanadopt.co.uk. I'm going to have a good read of this website. It's absolutely fascinating, and I think it's so important for us all that we educate ourselves and we teach ourselves and we understand what's going on in the world that we're living in as well. So that was Jamie from Stockport. Thank you so much for coming on and speaking to us tonight, Jamie. Right, I'll play one more song and then I'll give you the next 3 clues on what's my name. You're doing really well. Riley, Alma and Ben have all got it right already, and then I'll give you the answer. What's my name just before 8 o'clock. We're also going to fit in a few tunes as well. We've got some Joel Corey, Becky Hill, Switch Disco and Ella Henderson coming up as well. But first of all, this is Fine.
Skin
You're doing well on the What's My Name game tonight. Someone's just texted in with the right answer. But you didn't leave your name on the text. If you texted in 81333, start your text with the word Mank. Do tell us your name, then we can say congratulations to you because you got it right. So I'm going to give you 3 more clues now. You ready for this?
What's your name? I have seen you before. What's your name? May I walk you to your door? It's so hard to find a personality with charms like yours for me.
So we did this a few weeks ago for the first time. We do a football version on Talking Balls every Tuesday night where you have to guess the name of the footballer. But of course, this is the Dead Good Show, so you need to guess the name of the famous Mancunian actor. So I have gone through the list of their acting credits and picked out 6 big ones. I'm going to give you them in order, and you just need to say, what's my name? You've already had 3. So 1987, they made their first appearance in Corrie and did over 500 episodes. 97, they were in Where the Heart Is. And in 2000, they were in Clocking Off. Now I've got the next 3 for you. You're definitely going to get it from this one. There's some big uns in here. 2005, they were in Rose and Maloney. 2012, Last Tango in Halifax. And then from 2014 up until this very year, they were in Happy Valley. What's my name? 81333. Start your text with the word Mank or give us a bell. 0800 218 2255. Producer Emily will take your call. You have got, I'm going to say 9 minutes. 9 minutes to get your guesses in, then I'm going to tell you the answer. So first up, while you're having a little think, although I imagine you know it, it's jumped into your head straight away, ain't it? Let us know. This is History by Joel.
Tonight, she said, but it's too late. And I don't remember what I read, don't remember what they said. I guess it doesn't matter, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. You're gonna go to the record store, you're gonna give them all your money. Radio plays what they want you to hear. Tell me it's cool, I just don't believe it. Sell out with me, oh yeah, sell out with me tonight. Record company's gonna give me lots of money and everything's gonna be alright. No more flipping burgers, put it on my silly hat. You know I don't want that no more. And I didn't ask when we'd get paid. Quit my day job anyway. Guess it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. You're gonna go to the record store, you're gonna give them all your money. Radio plays what they want you to hear. Tell me it's cool, I just don't believe it. Sell out with me, oh yeah, sell out with me tonight. Record company's gonna give me lots of money and everything's gonna be. And I don't think it'll be so bad, and I know it won't be so bad, 'cause the man said that's the way it is, and the man said it don't get better than this, no, no, no. So I signed on to the record company. They said they're gonna give me lots of money if I play what they want you to hear. Tell me it's cool, and I I sure believe it. Sell out with me, oh yeah, sell out with me tonight. Record company's gonna give me lots of money and everything's gonna be alright. Alright, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Record company's gonna make everything alright. Baby, don't you sign that paper tonight, she said. But I can't work in fast food all my life.
Natalie Pike.
BBC Radio Manchester. You keep me
I was thinking about it yesterday. I was thinking about tomorrow. In a distant kind of zone away, like vertigo. I've been trying not to figure out, but it's driving me crazy. Well, you think I know by now.
Oh yeah, living life in reverse. Guess that's the way it works. Spinning around, I've got this funny feeling. Turn my whole world upside down. I'll keep my heart, my eyes on you. 'Cause you keep me spinning around.
What we're doing doesn't have a sequel. Don't wanna lose your balance. Oh, you know you gotta keep your equal. Equilibrium. Going back to go forward. All these deafening babies. It's like running around in circles.
Make it loud. Oh yeah. Take it slow. Just forget what you know. Yes, that's the way it goes. Spinning around, I've got this funny feeling. Turn my whole world upside down. I'll keep my heart, my eyes on you. 'Cause you keep me spinning around. Every now and then I feel your peacefulness around me. Then once again it all goes up and down and over and around and around.
Go, 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 jump, jump, go, go, go. J5, spin around.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Upside down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
J5 in the house.
Jump, 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 jump.
Turn it upside down. 'Cause it's spinning, spinning, spinning me around. Go, 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 go. Spinning around, that's the way it works. Take it slow and not so fast. C is first and A is last. Up and down, all around. Turning my whole world upside down.
Oh yeah, it's not the take, it's the give. Yes, that's the way. Okay, the way it is. Spinning around, I've got this funny feeling. Turn my whole world upside down. I'll keep my heart, my eyes on you. 'Cause you keep me spinning around. I've got this funny feeling. Turn my whole world upside down. I'll keep my heart, my eyes on you. 'Cause you keep me spinning around.
And you've been doing cracking with your guesses tonight on What's My Name. So let's do it. It's time for the big reveal.
What's your name?
We do this every Tuesday night on Talking Balls, and I like to do it on The Dead Good Show when I'm here with you as well. So it's nice and simple on The Dead Good Show. It is a famous Mancunian actor, and all you need to do is tell me, what's my name? I give you 6 of their biggest acting credits in year order, and you just have to work out who it is. So, well done again to Riley from Bagley, Alma from Bury, Ben on the text, and somebody on the text who didn't give us the name but did get it right. Well done to Mr. Anonymous, or Mrs. Anonymous indeed. Congratulations to you. So, here we go. 1987 made their first appearance in Coronation Street and ended up doing over 500 episodes. They, of course, played Raquel. Oh, I loved Raquel. 1997, Where the Heart Is, where they played Ruth Goddard, who was one of the district health nurses. In 2000, they were in Clocking Off. They were Yvonne in the series, of course, about workers in a Manchester textiles factory. 2005, Rose and Maloney, which, of course, is about Rose and her male assistant who work for the fictional Criminal Justice Review Agency, an organisation which seeks out miscarriages of justice. 2012, Last Tango in Halifax, where they play Caroline, a successful career woman who's introduced as the daughter of Celia, the main character. And of course, in 2014, they were in Happy Valley. Everybody in the world, well, in the country, watched that except me, so I'm sure you're all guessing who that is from Happy Valley. So, the answer is, of course, Sarah Lancashire. Well done to all of you. She's an absolute and utter superstar from Oldham, known for her roles on screen and stage. I mean, her acting credits are unbelievable. Obviously, she's won loads of awards as well, a career spanning over 4 decades. She had 2 BAFTA, 2 British Academy Television Awards. Absolute superstar. What an incredible actor. Thank you so much to everybody that's played along to What's My Name. I will, of course, do it again next week. I'm here with you again next week. So it is 7:52. Try and squeeze in a couple more songs before the news, shall we? This is Fool for You.
Got a little answer, there is something going on now. The clothes I bought, the friends I got, my teacher had a meltdown. Then I look at me and I start to see, and a voice inside tells me what I must do. Wake up, who knew? It's me, it's you, get a clue. It's there inside of you. Get a clue. There's nothing you can do. Nothing's ever quite what it seems. Just look a little closer at me. Wake up, who knew? It's me, it's you, get a clue. That's the way it goes now. Did you ever see the world around you change before your eyes? The people you ignored before they took you by surprise. Then you look at me and I start to see that something happens when I'm next to you. Wake up, who knew? It's me, it's you, get a clue. It's there inside of you. Get a clue. There's nothing you can do. And nothing's ever quite what it seems. Just look a little closer at me. Wake up, who knew? It's me, it's you, get a clue. That's the way it goes now. The first one came on a Tuesday afternoon when I first saw you. The next one came to my surprise when I found out what I had to do. Take a photograph of me, hang it in a gallery, sit around and watch TV, turn around and then you look at me. Yeah, yeah. That there is something going on now. The clothes I bought, the friends I got, my teacher had a meltdown. Then I look at me and I start to see, and a voice inside tells me what I must do. Get a clue. It's there inside of you. Get a clue. There's nothing you can do. Nothing's ever quite what it seems. Just look a little closer at me.
me if you get a clue. Get a clue. Wake up anew with me if you get a clue. That's a weird post. Wake up anew with me if you get a clue.
You're listening to BBC Radio Manchester. It's the Dead Good Show. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. 7:55 here. It's a real pleasure to be here. I've missed it. I've not been with you on a Tuesday in a little while, but Gaz and I will be with you all throughout the summer on Tuesday nights. Now there's not so much football going on. We're going to be here with you. Now, coming up in the next hour, of course, I'll have me posse joining us, where we'll be talking about all of the hot topics of the day. And of course, we'll have more great tunes to come for you as well, such as the Jonas Brothers and Tom Grennan. So thank you again for joining me on the Dead Good Show this evening through until 10 p.m. The last one of this hour.
Game time, Lil Romeo, Lil D, two-way. All the girls gonna be at the playground, so y'all know where I'm gonna be at. Holla.
You play that Richie Rich play. Get the girlie screaming every day. You need to wear your eyes this way, but then it ain't no way, no way, no way, no way. You play that Richie Rich play. Keep the girlie screaming every day. You need to wear your eyes this way, but then it ain't no way, no way, no way, no way.
I'm the youngest soldier, I got the game, get it. The new no limit game time, get it. From Romy Rome, homie, to Richie Rich, don't talk about dough, cause I been had it. Learn the game quick, and y'all know who the teacher. I call him Pops when he through the speaker. Haters get weaker, skip to my loop, half kid, half amazing. Beat boys I blaze and watch faces caving. Shows I lace them, number one on Billboard, I'm sorry I replace them. Rome, Lil D, two-way play all day, got my game face on, okay.
You play that Richie Rich play. Keep the girlie screaming every day. You need to wear your eyes this way, but then it ain't no way, no way, no way, no way. You play that Richie Rich play. Keep the girlie screaming every day. You need to wear your eyes this way, but then it ain't no way, no way, no way, no way. Ain't too many players that can hang with us. When we step up on the scene, we looking marvelous. When I'm busting this thing, I be too hard to touch. All the haters in my ear say we ain't old enough, but here we go. Just throw your hands up. All the girlies rushing up to the Cadillac truck. Better hold on tight, cause we about to bust. Richie Rich and Tyron, can you dig it? What?
I'm Lil Romeo, I know about crossing, know about closing, it ain't no flossing. Pay the cost to be the bossing, clutch player, pen and paper, pack the apple 9 later, that's the song, playing tag with the lasers. I'm from the south, so I bite like a gator. Another year passed, so my game got greater. Courtside seats for the sisters and the Lakers. Shake them haters, do me a favor, check out the wrist, ice big like a blazer. Kid got flavor, say ooh wee, I'm where you wanna be, y'all can't stop me, say.
You play that Richie Rich play. Keep the girlie screaming every day. You need to wear your eyes this way, but then it ain't no way, no way, no way, no way. You play that Richie Rich play. Keep the girlie screaming every day. You need to wear your eyes this way, but then it ain't no way, no way, no way, no way.
I'm a Lil D and I roll with the tank. I'm in the 6th grade, but you know I got bank. Platinum iced out when I roll the beach. And when the school bell rang, baby, roll with me. Four wheelers, candy paint, baby, sitting on chrome. Iced out from my neck and my wrist and on. Two-way, Lil Roman, you know it's on. Got a couple of candy girls that lays the zone.
Where my girls at? Where my boys at? What? Here we go. Oh no, get dope. Oh no, here we go. Oh no, get dope. Oh no, okay.
On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker,
Play BBC Radio Manchester.
and on your radio.
1, 2, 3, hey.
Another toaster. Another toaster.
The sound of Manchester. And all the music you love. The music you love. BBC Radio Manchester.
Somewhere down in Fullerton, that's a place we used to go to get away from it all. Somewhere down in Fullerton, that's a place we used to go to get away from it all. But I'm still trying to figure out why we feel so wrong when we felt so right 4 years ago. So please don't go away. We want this feeling stay with me forever. Forever I say please don't go away. I just want you to stay with me forever. Someone down in Fullerton, that's a place that meant so much to everybody like me. Someone down in Fullerton, that's a place that meant the world to everybody like me. But I'm still trying to figure out why we feel so wrong when we felt so right 4 years ago. So please don't go away. We want this feeling stay with me forever. Forever I say please don't go away. I just want you to stay with me forever. But I'm still trying to figure out why we feel so wrong when we felt so right 4 years ago. So please don't go away. We want this feeling stay with me forever. Forever I say please don't go away. I just want you to stay with me forever. Forever I say please don't go away. We want this feeling stay with me forever. Forever I say please don't go away. 'Cause all I want is you to stay with me.
So you're listening to Natalie Pike on The Dead Good Show, here with you through until 10 p.m. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I do really, really appreciate your company. Shortly, I'm going to be joined by my posse for the evening. We're going to be talking about sunbed wars. Yes, it's coming up to that time of the year. Sunbed wars and wedding season. Oh yes, all the big hitters. And of course my posse is you guys. It is you guys. We get 2 or 3 of our wonderful listeners onto the show and we just chat about what is going on in the world. Of course, we'd always love you to get in touch with the show as well. 81333, start your text with the word mank or give us a bell. It's 0800 218 2255. I'll be joined by me posse up next. Before that, this is Remind Me by
Interstate 1 Pacific Coast Party. If you got to work today, get yourself a new vocation. Pacific Coast Party. You don't have to mind Father Time, Mother Nature. Get yourself in line, take your time, and watch it slip away. Just quit your bitching, bite your tongue, save it for a rainy day, son. Pacific Coast Party. Get your ticket, pack your bags, come and join the celebration. Pacific Coast Party. If you wanna find peace of mind, come and get it. Get yourself in line, take your time, and watch it slip away. Pacific Coast Party. Hey, I heard somebody say, work harder than you
Pacific Coast Party. Pacific Coast Party.
Thank you so much for joining me on the Dead Good Show this evening. And me posse are in the building. Good evening. How are y'all?
Loving life.
Yeah, having a good time. Glad the sun's out finally.
Oh, definitely. Although my garden was happy with that rain, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Right, let's go around and say hi to everybody. Right, give us your name first.
Vernon from Old Trafford.
I love that, Vernon from. It's like blind date, isn't it? I love it.
Yeah.
Vernon from Old Trafford.
Matty from Salford.
Matty from Salford. And
Kate from Prestwich.
Kate from Prestwich. Hello to all of you. Matty, how are you this evening?
Oh, do you know what? I'm coming down from quite a high from the weekend. I work for Salford Pride and we had our massive Pride event this weekend. 8,000 people in Peel Park. Had an amazing day of like such queer celebration. It was hectic because we have a small team who run it. But it's been mad, so quite frankly I've just been doing nothing but sleeping. This is the first time I've been awakened in the moment for a few days.
How amazing! Oh, I love that. We talked about Salford Pride on the show a few weeks ago. How did it all go?
Oh, it was incredible. It was so stressful as per, and again we have a team of 7 of us who run it, so 7 of us doing a festival like this is always going to be stressful, but just walking around and seeing everyone dancing, and it's a family event, so you get everyone from all ages, from all parts of Salford, and it's really inclusive and it's accessible. So to have, all of our community in one space was beautiful. It was, filled my heart with so much joy.
Congratulations, and no
Thank
wonder
you.
you've slept ever since.
Oh my goodness.
I bet you still need a few more good nights.
100%. You don't know how many steps I did.
I can imagine. Fern, how are you, me love?
I'm fantastic, thank you very much. Enjoying the sunshine and, just a bit of the cool breeze as I was coming in as well.
I'm with you, I struggle to sleep. It's the right granny thing to say when it's really hot.
Yeah, it is. But, we enjoy our summer. We're having a really good summer. So, and it brings that positivity and happiness and, that sort of joy.
Hopefulness, I think.
And we're all getting into that sort of like festival spirit at the moment, aren't we? And, today I had like one of those proud moments. You receive a phone call,
Right.
And
Do spill, yes.
You hear that little voice of joy on the other side of the phone, and it's your son.
Oh.
And he says, Dad, I've made it to the basketball team.
Oh, congratulations!
So Idris Kaya Pivot, who made it to the basketball team. I mean, I'm proud because for obvious reasons, I never made it to the basketball team. I would have liked to.
Right, for those that can't see you, Vern, do tell us why.
I'm about 5'5", so I was never going to reach. You know what I mean? Even with my afro that added on, obviously a few more centimeters, I was never going to reach the basketball team. So that was a great moment today. But I think it's just a great time, isn't it? Summertime. I think everybody's enjoying it. And I think because we come from such a vibrant, beautiful city, we're just getting into the swing of everything as well, aren't we?
We are. Oh, congratulations to your son there.
Cheers.
That's absolutely wonderful. Kate, how are you today?
I'm really good as well, so much positivity today. I feel like summer is just my favourite season. Like, I just come alive. Do you know what I mean? I'm just so happy all the time. It's just so nice and sunny. So, yeah, feeling good.
Oh, I know, it does make people smile. It is lovely. Although, like I say, my garden was really happy of the downpour today, because me and my 5-year-old, we've been trying to grow our own fruit and veg, so we're very happy. We're very happy. He goes out and picks his own strawberries, so yes, he's very happy. Well, we've got some juicy topics coming up. He's all ready to talk sunbed wars, because that always brings out a different side of people. And we're going to be talking wedding seasons as well, because of course you like the summer months, Kate, but it also means there is a lot of weddings. So we're going to be talking sunbed wars and wedding seasons in just a second. My posse are with me for the next hour. We'll be with me till 9 o'clock. The hour's already clocking right through us. So thank you for joining us this evening on the Dead Good Show, BBC Radio Manchester. We'll get a tune in before we start talking about those good old sunbed wars. I feel like we're all going to need our energy for that one. This is the Nasty. Until 9 o'clock, I'm joined by my posse. Good evening to you all. Thank you for being here with me this evening. We're going to get on some hot topics now because have you ever gone on holiday and struggled to secure a sunbed amidst the crazy 4 a.m. inevitable Bagsy scramble? Now, if you have, this one is for you because holidaymakers have now come up with a ridiculous overnight system to make sure they get the sunbed they want. This one is nuts. So, a lot of hotels in Spain, and I guess across Europe and holiday destinations, are keeping their pool areas closed to deter people. I mean, I remember when I was younger, you'd go on your night out, you'd come back, you'd go and get your towel, you'd put your towel down, then you'd go back to bed. Right, but even doing this isn't enough to stop people. So the sun worshippers are now creating queues by the door in advance, so they're ready to dash. Beyond that, though, pictures have been showing towels and beach bags lined up in an organised, that's a very British thing, isn't it? Fashion just outside of a pool area so hotel guests can bagsy their sunbeds as soon as the doors open. I mean, it's madness. I've got Kate, Vernon and Matty with me as my posse this evening. Kate, have you ever bagsied a sunbed?
Do you know what? It actually unlocked a hidden memory I didn't know existed anymore. Like, I remember being a kid and being in Benidorm, classic.
Yeah, I went there as a kid too.
Yeah, and I remember, like, we didn't do it personally, me and the fam, but I remember you'd get to the pool and you think, well, they're not even there. You know, there's all these empty deck chairs with towels on and, like, sunglasses, and you're like, what's going on there? Then people would just rock up at, like, 2 p.m. and you think, blimey neck, I've been here since 9 a.m, mate. Like, you've just been reserving your bed. But it just reminds me of that TV show Benidorm because I feel like it's just such a British holidaymaker thing. Like, it's such a cultural, it's so funny, isn't it? I don't know why we do it, but people take sun lounging very seriously.
I loved this picture as well. I saw it online and it was like little folded up piles of towels, and apparently the people were like, you know, they'd gone down at like 6 a.m, popped their towel in front of the doors and then gone off to have their breakfast, and then were coming back to claim the space in the queue before the doors opened. I mean, Vernon, is there anything more British than that?
No, it's funny, isn't it? Because I think we're all sort of like, we've seen the pictures and it just makes us laugh because, you know, when you're growing up, you hear about the stereotypes, don't you? And obviously cultural traits about going away. And then when you go away yourself and you first start witnessing it, it's pretty funny, you know, to see it. I mean, I've never been one for, obviously, sun worshipping. I kind of like believe that once you're away, it's better to go out.
I'm the same, yeah.
But then you actually get a better tan than actually sort of like being just sat in a chair all day. But it's interesting because I was thinking about when I came in, and I was thinking about like how territorial we just normally become. You know, you've got this excellent opportunity to like culturally exchange or become friends with people from different countries, but we don't. No. We stay in our corners.
We
have our towels.
Have our fry up in the morning.
Have your fry up in the morning. And what do? Do we take on board another language? No. We become territorial. We want chips. We want beer.
We want chips and beer. That is it, Vernon.
The most Spanish word that most people learn when they go to Spain is cerveza or blanco. You know,
really?
It's just the things that we do. But it's funny because, you know, it can get aggressive. You know what I mean? Sunbed words can get aggressive. I mean, I've watched people, you know, get aggressive and queuing up, and it just amazes me. But I just like people watch when I'm going away.
Oh, I love a people watch.
Yeah, that is the best part. Quite frankly, if they're going to be so silly, you're giving me some great entertainment.
You sit there, don't you?
I'm here for it. You do. Me and my dad are great people watchers, and goodness me, do we ever giggle when stuff like that happens. Yeah. It's hilarious. And I think it's so funny that they've, you know, first it was reserving the bed. Now they've taken it a step further to reserving the place in the queue just to get to reserve the bed.
Yeah.
Like, what they're going to do? Like, next they're going to be like reserving.
What is next? Yes.
Do you know, yeah.
Don't you always find the other thing that I always find quite funny is dinner served at like 5 o'clock. There's tons of food. People at 4:30 are queuing up to get in.
Really?
No, they're not.
Yeah, they queue up when you go to...
Is there a preferred table in the restaurant then? Is this what we're saying?
Yeah, because they get all territorial. You know what I mean? You know when you're coming back from the pool, because you think I'm going to get a shower, I'm going to change.
Yeah.
You know, if dinner's between 5 and say 9, you think I'll go back at 5:30, I'll get a shower, I'll come down for 7
Mooch
o'clock.
down, have a drink in the bar, you know.
Take it easy, you're on holiday.
Exactly, but people are queuing up. They want to be, get the tables for the entertainment for the night.
Stop
but why not go outside and enjoy the resort?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm with you. Kate, have you ever seen anything else mad on holiday? Like, so we've got the sunbed queuing, the queuing for the restaurant when it's not even open. Anything else mad?
Oh God, I mean, British people do love a queue, don't we? We do queue for a lot. But I don't know, I feel like it's just the culture that we've got. Like, you can always spot a Brit abroad, can't you? Like, they're always like quite burnt, covered in sun cream. And I think we just have this funny thing where, particularly like young lads, they always do that thing where they draw like rude things on their mates' backs with sun cream so that it gives them a burn mark. And I've never understood that, but I mean, it's never happened to me personally, which is really good. But I think that's also a bit of a culture we've got, that we're like, haha, you're gonna burn. Let's make a, draw a rude thing on your back.
I'm a sit under a sun, like a shield, wear a hat, stay in the shade person. For
Me
sure.
too, yeah.
I've got to tell you something that really is a bugbear of mine on planes. When the plane lands and some people jump up the second the plane lands, it's like, just let the people at the front get off first. If the people in the row in front of you get off first, then you get off. Then the people behind you get off. There's always someone trying to shove.
Concept, isn't it?
Right? It's simple life. But people want to make it difficult.
We should start queuing on planes as well, the way we queue for everything else.
That's such a good point. Why don't we queue on planes, but we do queue on everywhere else? Yeah.
We're just desperate to be somewhere at once, aren't we?
Yeah, desperate to get off.
Holidays are time to chill.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
It's quite funny because for over 15 years I worked for an airline. So
you must have seen this.
Yeah, it used to always make me laugh because obviously we had to be, when we went away, we had to be on our best behaviour because we were obviously on holiday, but we worked for the airline, and the things that you would see, like you say, people jumping up, people cheering, people clapping. You would, and then obviously I would always take my time to get off, because the problem is that that the luggage ain't going to come out. Doesn't matter if you're the first off the aircraft, that luggage ain't coming out for about another 40 minutes. So you may as well take your time. You're on holiday, just enjoy, embrace it.
Well, I've splashed out this year, everybody. Check me out, big spender over here. I've spent the extra 20 quid to book a seat on the plane, so me and my son are towards the front of the plane.
Look at you. You
check
have to treat yourself.
Right? That is the treating myself on holiday.
That is treating yourself. That's the sunbed of the plane, isn't it?
It really is. You're right. Although not right at the front, because they're not 20 quid. They're more than that. Just as like row 6 or 7 or something. But I'm made up with it. We're talking about sunbed wars on the Dead Good Show. If you've got any cracking sunbed stories, do let us know. 81333. Start your text with the word mank. Do you know what? We're hitting all the hard topics today, because in a minute we're going to be talking about wedding season, and I'm going to share with you a story that one bride came up with, an idea that a bride came up with to stop people wearing white to her wedding. You are gonna love this one. But first up, we've got Havana.
Take a day off from loving my baby. Every day is heaven, it's 24/7 with me. I never take a day off from loving my baby. Every day is heaven, it's 24/7 with me. My man is so very special. I treat him just like he's a king. Every wish is my command. He never wants, no, for anything. The reason why a day off, no, from loving my baby. My baby. Every day is heaven, it's 24/7 with me. Yeah, I never take a day off from loving my baby. My baby. Every day is heaven, it's 24/7 with me. Yeah, he bring me a rose just to say that he loves me. Ooh, he showers me with kisses from my head to my feet. Yeah. The reason why I love him so, he treats me like an angel everywhere we go. Then he loves me like the devil almost every night. And that is why you'll always hear me say, never take a day off, no, from loving my baby. My baby. Every day is heaven, it's 24/7 with me. Yeah, I never take a day off from loving my baby. My baby. Every day is heaven, it's 24/7 with me. Yeah, never take a day off. This is my angel that I'm talking about. Yeah, my baby. And every day with him is like heaven for me. All my needs are being taken care of, and all my desires are being met. Never take a day off from loving my baby. My baby. Never take a day off, no, no, from loving my baby. My baby.
Oh, on BBC Radio Manchester, it's the Dead Good Show through with you until 10 p.m. this evening. Oh, it's coming up to wedding season. Are you ready? Are you prepared? How many are you going to? Because it is well and truly upon us. Now, we all know the rules about going to the chapel, and that includes never wearing white. But one bride-to-be got wind that her future mother-in-law was planning on wearing just that. In fact, her outfit-to-be looked just like a wedding dress. So the woman in question plotted her revenge. She introduced a jacket of shame for anyone planning on wearing white to her wedding. So she went into her bridesmaid and they came up with the punishment. The jacket of shame was born. So it was a yellow reflective jacket that you usually see on construction workers, but the fun didn't stop there because the ladies set up a decorating table at the hen do and they decorated it in glitter pens, writing things on it like, how dare you show up in white? Are you the bride? I think not. I love this. I love this. Needless to say, the message got round the wedding guests and the mother-in-law got wind and the white dress idea went out of the window. I love it. Congratulations to that bride. I'm joined by Kate Vernon and Matty, my posse, this evening. Kate, do you love that story?
Oh my god, it's like Bride Wars, isn't it? Like, what's that film? It's literally like that. It's like something you'd see in like a Netflix like late night rom-com. It's absolutely mental. I would never do that. I think it's very like Bridezilla, but it's also quite funny. Like, fair play.
It is quite Bridezilla, but some people really care about the dress white thing, don't they, Matty? I mean, it matters to people.
It's tradition.
Yeah,
It's big
is
tradition,
really.
yeah.
Yeah, it is tradition. I can't understand, Vern, why somebody, especially the mother-in-law, would do it knowing it's tradition.
Kind of taking something away from somebody's really, really big day. So by wearing white, it was always so that the bride was identified, so that everybody could see, knew who the bride was. So to wear white, you know, because I used to find it interesting when I was growing up, and you'd hear, so what's the bride wearing? Because they didn't want to clash. You know, women would never want to clash, you know, because they didn't want to take that away from her. So when I was reading this story before, I thought it was pretty shocking. I thought, you know, and I love the plotting.
All the colours in the world.
Yeah, I thought
Right? Yeah, wear a rainbow if you want.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yes, don't. If she, and I think it's because she made the point that she didn't want it. You know, I think your wedding can be whatever you want it, and maybe if your rules are everybody must wear white, then you do the rules. If you're going to go to wear the white,
Yeah.
do what the couple say. Matty, have you ever heard of any other crazy wedding no-nos or wedding no-nos that you agree with?
Do you know what? On the topic of like big events like that with dresses, I remember it was a massive deal for you have prom in, you know, when you're a sixth form or when you're high school. The drama with that. Now you're getting teenage girls, you're getting them dressed up, and goodness me, you know they went feral in the prom shop trying to find their dress. I remember the talks across the playground that one girl asked another girl to sell her dress because they got the same one in a different colour. Criminal.
Oh my
goodness. It's wild, isn't it? So I understand. I can imagine the rage in their hearts, and I can feel it for the bride. It harkens back to my prom days, you know.
There's a wonderful prom dress shop in Warrington. My friend runs it, and I know now that when you go in, you tell them that it's your prom. They write it in what school you're from and then what dress you've got, and then when someone else comes in, they check. Is it the same dress as someone else from your school? Because you're right. People take that serious.
They knew.
They
the dress shop's ahead of the game with that one.
Right.
I reckon they must have some sort of protocol with like weddings, with that sort of thing, you know.
You're right.
Like, I heard she's having that colour scheme, darling, so I think you can't go for the paisley blue, but you'll have to go for the rose red, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Kate, what about wedding must-dos? Have you got anything that you always do at a wedding or you think people should always do?
Get really drunk.
Oh, do you know what? I actually went to my first wedding as an adult literally last weekend, so I'm quite new to the whole wedding scene. It's like one of my best friends got married and I was actually a bridesmaid, which was beautiful.
Amazing.
So I'm honestly so new to the wedding scene. Like basically my only memories of weddings are just being a little 8-year-old running around munching cake, so I'm so new to it. But I think in general, I think it's just making it all about them, isn't it? Because it's their day and it's often they've waited their whole lives for it and they've paid a lot of money for it and it's all their family and friends. So I think it's just, you know, like you say, maybe not wearing white and just, you know, making it all about them and not trying to upstage the bride. There's all that in there, like you don't want to wear a dress that's nicer than the bride's or whatever. So I think it's just making it about them, like not getting too drunk. That's also a bit of a thing that is, you know, comes across as a bit rude. So yeah, I think it's just making sure they're showered with love, really. I think that's what you can do.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Did your friend have a wonderful day and did you have a wonderful time?
Oh yeah, thank you. It was lovely. She looked stunning. We were all in tears. Even the groomsmen were crying, honestly. We were in bits, but it was absolutely beautiful. It was such a classy wedding. I was like, oh, she set such high hopes.
Do you know, I just realised I've got no weddings this year. I usually have about 3 or 4. I think all my friends have done it. I think all my friends are married off now.
You're out of weddings. You have to find some more friends,
right?
aren't you?
I know, if anyone's got a wedding, they want. I love a wedding.
I do.
My friends laugh. I love a bit of forced fun, like you know, like organised stuff. I'm a big. Oh no! Oh my goodness! I hope my brother's not listening. It's my brother's wedding coming up. Oh my goodness me! I've literally just said I've got no weddings. I've got my own brother's wedding. Oh, since September, my brother's wedding. I've just said I've got no weddings. I'm so sorry, Darren, if you're listening. I'm so sorry, Sophie. Clearly, it's right at the forefront of my mind. Oh, Vern, quick, say something, get me out of this.
Well, I've got to say, one of my do's and don'ts for a wedding, I can't stand people that turn up to a wedding and they haven't made an effort. Like they come in the jeans or a pair of trainers.
That's criminal.
I think it's terrible. I think make the effort. You know, it's somebody's big day. Have enough respect for them if you've been invited.
Yeah.
To put on a pair of shoes, a nice pair of trousers, a shirt. You don't have to come in a suit, but just look presentable for their special day.
Yeah.
I can't. I just think it's so bad. You know, you're looking after this person for a day, so they can at least, you know, make an effort. You know, just come and just. I remember for when I got married, there was one of the guests had brought somebody. And he came in jeans, and my brother asked me, "Can we not let him in?"
Yeah.
Because my brother was my best man, and he just said, shall we tell him not to come in? Because if he can't make the effort, you know, it's almost like an abusive kind of like, you know,
cheeky, isn't it?
Yeah,
you need the jacket of shame that lady had.
You do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think I should have let him into the sort. You know what we should have done is get, you know, like I should have let him come to his table and then press the button with the big boxing glove comes out.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're getting married and you're happy and you say everybody come in jeans and a t-shirt, like that's your choice.
But that's again, if you're doing that and you put that on your invite, then that's fine, isn't it? You know. What I mean, always makes me laugh when people have a wedding list. You know, like a gifts that they want.
Yeah, like a John Lewis situation.
Yeah. And I remember I was thinking about that again when I was getting married, and I thought to myself, but then you're just stuck, aren't you, with vouchers or the same sort of stuff? And I just thought, no,
can't do it.
Yeah, even.
Yeah.
I'm picturing you now opening all your gifts like,
Another IKEA voucher, no more flat.
Another toaster for, you know what I mean? But no, what I said was, what I asked people to do was to just put money in the card, because we had a house, we had everything, so it was just for spending money for.
You didn't write one of them cringe poems though, do you? Hate them poems.
No.
Where people trying to find a polite way of saying just put money in a card.
No, I just said put money in the card,
and they make a poem.
The funny etiquette of it is great though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love the funniness. I love weddings like branding, aren't they? You have like you branded this, you branded that, your nice little notes of joy. I love it.
What present did you give your mate, Kate?
Do you know what? So we said that we weren't going to do presents, but we're going to contribute towards her honeymoon, just so it's more like she's going to get something that she really, really wants. It's just one of those, isn't it? Like you never know what to get someone, because you don't want to just get them some soap and then be like, oh, cool. So I think they can sometimes sort of say what they want it towards. It's a bit more meaningful, I guess.
I think I'm going to have to think of a really good present for my brother and his fiancée after I said I forgot their wedding live on News Radio Manchester. I really, really hope my brother is not listening. So that is Wedding Wars. If you've got any tales, indeed, if you ever did a jacket of shame at your big days, well, we'd love to know. 81333, start your text with the word man, or you can give us a bell. It's 0800 218 2255. Coming up, we're going to be talking about the FOMO not being real. This is because I was listening to Anna at breakfast this morning and they were talking about a particular appliance that everybody in the world has that I do not have. So we're going to be saying the FOMO is not real after Pink and Never Gonna Die.
Written on napkins, words I believed in. Things like call me when you get the time. My time comes, but you're never there. So I wait for the next Saturday night. You leave for Chicago, a mystery to me. Write a few letters that I don't receive. A phone call from Jackson can't clear up the haze. Are you coming to visit for the holidays? And I wonder if it will ever stop. Avoiding the feelings I find in my heart. Time passes by, you drift back inside. Hot-blooded woman on a cold Thursday night. You write on a napkin, new number and such. Like a fool I'll try, but have no luck.
It's 8:40 on BBC Radio Manchester, and I was listening to our Anna Jameson on breakfast this morning, and I heard her talking to people about air fryers. Now, this was because a supermarket has announced that they are trialling the world's first air fryer aisle. It is full of food meant to go in the cooker. Have a listen to this.
My partner likes his chips with everything, so it's just a bag of frozen chips and I just throw them in.
Oh, I thought you were like chopping up your own potatoes and everything and putting them in your own
no, I've not done that for a long time.